Okay, we're recording. All right, so I am so excited that y'all have jumped on. This is a quick newbie training just to kind of go over the basics, and I am timing myself because I know I like to ramble. So I don't want us to be on this all night and y'all being like, okay, she needs to just shut up. So I have a list of bullet points so that I don't do that. Okay, so with this being a newbie training, we're going to definitely go over basics. You walk into this business, you have no idea any of the lingo, you have no idea what you're doing. That's fine, that's what we're here for. So, first thing first, we have a lot of acronyms that you'll hear as we talk, a lot of lingo. What is an LC? LC stands for loyal customer. A loyal customer is someone that decides to buy something from you and is committed to doing at least 3 months. You're making commissions off of these people for that amount of time, but when they decide to be a loyal customer and they agree to that, they are getting that loyal customer pricing instead of the retail. Okay, that's what a loyal customer is. A DT is lingo for distributor. That's you. So when we talk about our PDTs or our PLCs, we're talking about potentials. And you'll have a whole list that you start making on potentials as you talk to more people. You'll get a lot of maybes or not now or whatever, but you always want to make sure you're keeping up with those people because you never know when they're going to say yes. Okay, so another way of us going in this, we have fast starts. That's an extra way of making money. Fast starts are our $100 weekly bonuses that are unlimited. You can make as many of these as you possibly can. There's no cutoff. And they're always a perk because our commissions we're getting paid once a month. We're getting paid on the 15th. Our fast starts, you, like I said, can earn them weekly, and it's always nice to have that extra cash in your pocket. So, to get a fast start, is you have to personally enroll a DT. When you personally enroll that DT and they get 2 LCs under them, whether it's you placing those LCs under them or them finding 2 customers and having them brought into them with by themselves, excuse me, then you're going to get that $100 weekly bonus. That's it. Those fast starts are absolutely amazing. They turn around and you can make so much extra money off those. So, all right. In this business, we have something called steps to success. Our steps to success are one, you're joining the party. You already did that. You decided to become a distributor. You have joined this team. You were ready to go. You are running. So, step one was joining the team. Step two is you want to get your 4 LCs. Step three is getting 3 DTs. When you do that, when you get your 4 LCs and your 3 DTs, you have boxed yourself a Ruby, and I will get to Ruby in a minute. Our first goal is getting those 4 loyal customers because when we do that, we get a $100 shopping spree if we get those 4 loyal customers in our first 30 days. Huge thing. I mean, who doesn't want $100 to spend anyway? So you can spend that money on our products in our apparently lost my wording. You can spend it on our products in our company. So, all right, so the first goal is those 4 LCs, and then we, like I mentioned, we make commissions. We make commissions off of our loyal customers, and as we build our team, we start making commissions off of our group. Now, we never take anything away from people that are our distributors and their customers. We never take anything that they're earning. We just get that extra bonus of having a bigger team. So we get to make a little bit more as you grow your whole network. Okay. I did want to touch back on charts. Um, if you don't know what charts are, your enroller, you can always ask them. But when you come into this company, we have different ranks. Our first rank we call executive, but our first major rank we call Ruby. That's an average of $300 to $500 extra a month. So when you're working and you're making your commissions, that's that average. And the commissions is the 15th of every month, that once a month. So we're going to move on to posting. Okay. Posting is so crucial because It is the way you are attracting people. It is the way you are letting people get to know you. Um, when you post, you want it to be like you're telling a story. You want it to be your life. You want it to be inviting. It's almost like you're putting all your stuff out there and you're making people connect with you. Um, so when I make a post about anything, so let's say it's a product post. I get up in the morning and I have my coffee. And I'm going to intertwine that with my day. Either it's going to be, man, I need this coffee to get through my day with these three crazy kids, or it's just intertwining it. I do it with energy sticks. I do it with whatever. So you want to make sure that when you are posting, you are telling your story. It can be anything about the day. It can be something stupid and whatever, but if it's personal, then great. And then on top of it, when you are posting and you are putting pictures with it, you want to make sure those pictures are bright and crisp and clear and eye catching, because that's going to be what makes people stop. They are going to slide through, and as soon as yours pops up from someone's dark photos, or a selfie looking photo, or some kind of graphic or whatever, and yours is this bright beautiful picture of your family, of yourself, or what you're doing or whatever, it's going to catch their eye and it's going to make them stop and it's going to make them curious, and that's what you want. So when you are posting, you want to make sure that you are using bright photos, that you are telling your story, and don't make it complicated. It's so easy to get in our own heads and think that we can't write well, or that we're not, you know, um, giving enough information about the product. But honestly, the more you make people curious about what you're doing, the more that you are, leaving it kind of open. Like, I love these energy sticks. They give me that second boost in a day. Well, people are going to be like, well, what is it? What are you using? So you want to make sure that you are posting, you're talking about the products, but you also want to make it where you're not giving them all the information. You want them to ask questions. So posting is huge, and being consistent. Being consistent is like the number one thing. Honestly, if you are consistent in this business, you will grow. When you are posting every day, when you are making it where you are an active person, when you are putting stuff up that people are excited about or they look forward to, and you start drawing their attention. And then if you just disappear, they're going to be like, well, okay, now what? So being consistent and showing that, one, you're using the products all the time, that you're excited about the business, that you haven't gone anywhere, and it's going to make them want to know what you're doing. Plus, as this business changes things for you, they feel like they're connected with you and they have grown with you. They've watched you from square one and how you've moved and gotten to do more things, or you've changed different things, even your attitude. Like when I started this, I was not a happy person, and it sounds really bad when I say it, but I was a very negative person, and now, I don't even know who that person was. So it's kind of funny because I will have people send me messages saying, you're so inspiring, or I really love what you put up today. And, that makes me feel good because I'm doing something to help someone else, but I also have connected with that person and they're not going anywhere. They are invested in my life, in my journey. So you really want to try to make sure that you are being personable, that you are opening up and you are writing posts that you can have people connect with you. Okay. Also, you want to try and use your stories. If you have not used, if you do not know how to use your stories, um, we can definitely teach you how. Those things are amazing. A lot of people, when they get on social media, it's usually one or the other. They're either looking at their stories or they're scrolling people's posts. So you're getting kind of two different networks when you're using both. You're making sure to cover everyone. So stories are great for putting slides up about the products, and of course incorporating your life. You want to make sure your post or your feed is not always looking like it's just a business page. You want your Facebook, your Instagram to always look like you're a real person, you have a real life, and it's not just products, okay? So definitely make sure you're intertwining that. Stories are amazing. All right, so when you join and you're sitting there and you're wondering, well, what do I do next? How do I do this? Whatever. One of the first steps is making a 30s list. This is a list that is like, who would you call if you were sick? Who would you call to take care of your kids if you had an emergency? Who would you call if you had a flat tire on the side of the road and somebody took all your tools out and you couldn't change it and you needed someone to come pick you up or do it for you? You're going to any kind of person that you have a relationship with, that goes on your 30s list. These are people that are not strangers, that if you sent them a text message and said, "Hey, how are you?" they wouldn't be like, "I don't know who this is." So your 30s list is great. You want to do that. Now, if you have more than 30 people, go for it. If you have less than 30 people, write as many as you can think of. I mean, that's honestly, that's all you can do, right? So your 30s list, and then you're going to message these people. You are going to end up sending them a message as simple and as personable as you make it. You want to make sure it sounds like you. We have templates and we have suggestions that you can go with. But I mean, honestly, it's just like, "Hey, girl," or "Hey, guy," or whoever, "Hey," whatever their name is. I don't know if you saw my post, but I'm super excited that I got to start this business, and it's in a health and wellness company, and I think that you would really love some of the products. Can I tell you about them? Or, can I tell you about the opportunity that I found that I'm going to make money in, and would love to give you information if you want to join in and do it with me. Stuff like that. But like I said, we have some templates and you can reword, but this is what you're going to send these people because it's like you're talking to your friend. These are the people you know. This is not messaging people you have never spoken to. Okay? All right. You want to start building relationships outside of the people that you know. If you were anything like I was, I did not have people. I did not have friends. I did not have family. I had my husband and my 3 kids, and really didn't know people. I was a homebody. I had been laid up for months with a broken ankle, and before that, I, was still home. I think I worked at the restaurant for like a month before I got into that car accident. So I didn't have time to build the relationships that I was working on building with people. And before the restaurant, I was homeschooling my kids, and we were just homebodies. So I didn't have those relationships built. And that's okay. That's the best thing about this business. This business is social media. You never run out of people, and you can always create relationships. So how do we create those relationships? You start having conversations with people. That's it. You start talking to these people about their lives, about, you get on their page and you comment on their cute kids, and you comment on, they got to go do this trip, or, you know, they had an anniversary. Make sure to wish them, happy birthday, happy anniversary. Start doing those little bitty things. And then on top of it, how I mentioned stories, that is a great way to start conversations and really start getting to know people. You can click through their stories and kind of scroll through. You find something that you can comment on, and when you comment through their stories, it goes directly to their inbox. And then that's a whole new conversation. You just build it. I have always, put something like, "By the way, your kids are really cute," or "By the way, I saw your kids do, this sport. My kids like sports. How does your kid like this one? Because we're thinking about changing." You can change it into anything. It really doesn't matter. You can always push a conversation to start building. Everyone that I have signed, everyone that has become a loyal customer, is because I took the time to get to know them, to know about their family, because you're creating friendships. I'm not saying be fake with these people. I'm not saying don't become friends with them. I'm saying actually become friends with them. Learn about them, because honestly, if you want them to be on your team, you want to know that you're going to be able to connect with them. I don't want someone to join me on my team if I can't relate to anything and I don't believe in any of their stuff and we have nothing in common and we couldn't be friends in real life. You want to create friendships. And then those friendships are going to turn into people that maybe want to join this business with you, or maybe they want to be a customer. You never know. Laura, you're on here. Me and you went to high school and we're best friends. Hannah, me and you got to talking about our kids and the babies, and we became friends that way. It's just you become friends, you talk to these people, and you build those relationships. And that is what you need to do when you're talking to potentials or when you're making potentials. Okay, y'all, like I said, I got a list because I know I get off topic. Okay, so growing your network. This is like number one thing. I'm not even joking. This has to happen or you will stall out and you will not build anymore. Growing your network. So I've already talked about sending out messages to friends and close family and whatever. That is a great market to start with, to start trying to hit that 4 LCs and the 3 DTs to really start making you move. But your warm market, if you don't keep, I guess I should tell you, warm market is people that you have a relationship with, that you're building a relationship with. So that is going to run out if you stop trying to build relationships. And if you never add to your network, you're going to run out of people. So every day you're adding to Facebook, you're adding to Instagram if you've got it. You want to always be increasing your network. You want to max out Facebook at 5,000 friends as soon as you can. And it's really simple to add to your network. You just go to your suggested friends and go through those people that are 10 mutual friends and under. You want to add them. If they are not someone that has that are not friends with me or another It Works person that you know of, you know what I mean. If they have It Works people on them, you really don't want to add them because they're already covered. So growing your network is huge. So definitely make sure that is a priority. You can make it so simple. You can do it in 5-minute increments. You can do it before bed, take 10 minutes and just send out a bunch of friend requests right before bed. But always be adding because that is new people. I love the phrase, fresh fish jump first, because I believe that wholeheartedly. I just signed 3 new girls this week that I had never talked to before, and they came in and were so interested and they were so ready to go. And you never know when you're going to have people like that. You have people all the time that they have no idea about this business. They have no idea that you can even do this, or they feel like they can't. And honestly, anyone can. And that is a big thing to remember. Anyone can do this business. If you come into this and you want to learn and you are willing to be coached and be taught, you can do this. So, all right. So those are a lot of little things. Of course, following up is another one of our things, but that is once you get messages going and your enroller or your team in general will help you when you're first starting out, since this is a newbie Zoom, to help you talk through those conversations, because the more you have help with those, then you're going to see how those conversations go, and it's going to become second nature to you, where you can teach your team as you're putting people under you how to do it as well. So you want to make sure that you are learning the best way possible so that when it comes to your turn to teach people, that you can. Okay. The biggest thing and the hardest thing that seems to be is self-development. We do not take the time for ourselves to make ourselves believe in anything. We are willing to go and do a whole list, a checklist of sending out messages and everything else, but we're not willing to take the time to make sure that we are mentally prepared and that we are pumped up and that we are focused and that we are ready to go. Because if your mind is so set in doubt, if you are having a rough time, if you let everything get to you and you just let your mind start telling you, oh, you can't do this, or oh, well, this over here is happening, so you just can't do anything. I don't know about y'all, but I can beat myself down like no other. And that is why it is so huge to do self-development. Self-development all the time. You will hear every top leader tell you that if you don't do self-development, you're going to stall. You're going to stop. You're not going to grow because you have you haven't given yourself what you need. You need that encouragement. You need it from all different angles. I have, oh, here. I have, so you can see, that mirror, the light might be shining too bad on it. It is wrote all over of different things I say every morning. I have above me this big old dream, believe, and do with things that I am feeling very bad at right now that I need to put more stuff up. But I have some dreams up there. A couple of my things up there are, debt-free life, full-time family. I want my husband home. I mean, I really do. He may run out the door after he's home with our kids for about a week, but that's what we want. We want the full-time family. We want the debt-free life. We want the family vacations and the freedom to move wherever, and not be scared that we can't do it. So you need to make sure you're doing self-development, and you also what that's going to do for you as well is it's going to open up the fact that you're willing to dream. You're willing to dream big. Like right now, you're thinking a couple $100 extra a month. That is a great goal. That is going to help with groceries. That's going to help with gas. That's going to help with clothes for your kids or food on your table or whatever bill it is, whatever stress it's going to start alleviating. And you're going to hit that goal, and you're going to realize that you can do so much more and you can make so much more. But you have to be able to believe that. You have to develop your mind to allow yourself to dream and dream big. Okay? So, I don't know if anyone on here knows about the conference, and I'm just going to kind of sideswipe it here because our companies, I just want to put out there, our companies do a lot of events and incentives. So we have conference coming up at the end of January, and that is huge. That's a lot of top leaders and everything, lots of training, and a lot of people go to conference and then they are promoting months later. Like they get that fire, because that's what it is. You want that fire in your belly. You want that drive. So I hope whoever's going to conference, I can't wait to meet y'all because my butt is getting there. And then, like I said, with incentives, our company does incentives all the time. Right now we've got one going for Margaritaville, and sometimes we have ones for different trips, money, products. So they're always kind of giving us a thing to, just be able to earn. Honestly, it's us growing our business and earning extra stuff. So, I mean, what wouldn't you love about that? I am so pumped about the incentive trips that we get, or the incentive products, or the money, or whatever it is, that when we're building our business, which is what we already want to do, we are earning extra stuff. We're able to earn extra stuff. So I guess that is about it as far as on my list. If you have a question, drop it in the comments and I'm happy to answer, or anything you want me to cover. If not, then this has been recorded and it will be uploaded because I didn't make too big of a fool of myself. So if y'all have a question, drop it. I will give it just a minute, and then we will just wind this meeting up. And like I said, I don't see anything. I'm going to guess nada. Okay. All right, ladies. Well, it was great that you got on. Like I said, feel free to shoot me any questions if you think of anything after this, but this was really a brush up on basics for our newbies. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.